What's going on, guys? Aaron from Top Tier Gaming here, and today we have
Levi.
yeah, and he just top forward a pretty big case tournament down in Alexandria. We all sort of went down there and sort of ran the shop up, and we all did pretty well, everyone in our car. And what were you playing down there?
I was playing Dinosaur.
Yeah, and Levi's been on the Dinosaur strategy for a while. In fact, I think you did well at a tournament previously, a couple weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I went 5-0 and won the live twin map.
Yep.
You'll see in a second.
Right. So,
and then in this tournament, I went undefeated, so I went 6-0.
Sounds good. And in fact, I only had one loss as well, and it was to Levi. So we're just gonna take a look at his deck profile and see what he was running and sort of how his rounds went.
So yeah, last week I won this map, and along with getting top 4 in this event, first place was awarded this. So yeah, I played Dinosaur, and over the past 2 events that I played in, I've went 11-0. So I think it's a really good deck for the format right now. Really powerful, going first or second. So play 1 conductor, 1 overtext. I'm deciding to play 1 conductor because whenever I was playing 2, I clogged with it a lot. And the overtext is really good going into this format because it can negate the spell and traps like Cosmic and just backrow decks like Eldritch. And I think this single-handedly won at least 3 matches, or 3 games. And then for the other big dinos, play Pinkertops, obviously. And I'm also playing Duggeron. Duggeron's not too great in the format, but it's really good for just putting over DPE whenever it's sitting there, as well as like other Omni negates. And then I play Small World, so I'll show you guys like all the Small World targets and stuff, but he works really well with Small World. So that's it for the big dinos. And then we play 3 Oviraptor, obviously, and the 1 Misk, and the 1 Giant Rex. And then I am on the scrap package, so I'm playing 2 Raptor and an ugly Chimera. If you guys are not convinced on playing this, if you want to know how your deck wins through Lancia, it's this. Whenever you get Lancia, you can still make this and make a rank 4 at the very least, as well as pop things on the field if there are any. And then also this allows you to play under Lancia, or Scythe, because if you're locked under Scythe and you can't use your extra deck, this is the only, well, this and Gamma are the non-dinos in the deck, and you can pop this, add this, and then still activate Pill and bring out UCT under Lancia, or Scythe, sorry. And for the little ones, you got 2 Archosaur, there's no reason to play 3, and 1, you just need 1 in deck for Misk. 3 Baby Ceratosaurus and 1 Petite. Typically I'll side out this and this if I'm going second, and then I'll side out this and Pinkertops if I'm going first. And then for the only hand trap that I'm playing Gamma Driver. I don't think hand traps are super good right now, just because decks can play through so many of them, and Dinosaur has a really good time going second anyway. So this is the only hand trap that you really want to have, because you can force them to negate stuff while you have no monsters on field, and if you get to Gamma on your turn, you just automatically win the game, in my opinion. And then it's just one of the best hand traps going second, other than like the blanket ones like Droll and Lancia. And for the spells, play 3 Fossil Dig. This should be limited 100%. Lost World, this allows you to also play through Lancia, as well as make sure going first turn is a lot better, because you give them a token shutting them off from activating things like Impermanence, Evenly Matched, or Lightning Storm, things like that, and their Gamma if they're playing it. And the 2 Pill, you need to earn 2. And then for the consistency cards as well, we're playing Prosperity. I think this has solidified itself as the best pot for the deck. If you do plan on playing the go second deck with Extrav, it's not a bad choice, but I think blind going second's pretty dangerous right now. So I prefer to go first, and this just helps you see your 2-card combo. And then a card that I see almost 0 Dino players playing is Small World. So I'll take a minute to talk about this card, because if you look at all the monsters in my deck, they can all connect to each other by level or type, and the dinosaurs are all, for the most part, different attributes. So if you don't know any of the 2-card combos, pretty much Ovi Misk, Ovi Baby, Archosaur Baby, or Baby and Miscellaneousaurus, And Small World can get you any of those targets, or if you're going second, you can add things like Pankratops and Dogeron just to blow through boards really easy. But if you're wondering, all of these targets, which are kind of hard to see all out at once, but there's 2 light dinosaurs, and Conductor and Archosaur, 2 darks, and Oviraptor and Quatlus. And then there's 2 fires, and Dogeron and Mescalinosaurus. And then the rest of them are Earth. So you can't connect any one of these to each other because they're Earth and Dinosaur. Say you have like a dead Giant Rex and you need to get Misc. You can't connect it with the Dogeron or the Misc obviously because they're fire, but you can connect it through this or Oviraptor or the Quatlus if you want, and then connect it to the Misc. This deck has an easy time connecting anything to any other card. So Small World is a really good card for the deck because it gives you instant access to any monster that you need going second or first. And then I maxed out on them because I was playing 2 before, but the like 2 or 3% chance that you have combo can mean a lot. So I just put in the 3rd one. But I love this card and I think more people should play it, absolutely. I can't count the number of times where I was, because I lost a lot of dice rolls in this event, so I can't count the number of times I used this to add Pankratops and Dogeron just to clear boards. And for the final cards, playing 3 Cosmic. In my personal opinion, behind Gamma, I think Cosmic Cyclone is one of the best cards that generic play 3 of in the deck, because it can hit things like Scythe or Skill Drain, as well as other floodgates like that. But almost every meta deck that you can think of has some kind of card that they put down. Sword Soul put Blackout down, PK and Prank Kids they play the Rite of Armesia in that package, so you can hit the right for their, just to cut off their, or not the right, but the Fateful, just to cut off their engine. I don't like Twin Twister or MST or Lightning Storm because of Lord, the Heavenly Prison. I don't like that because, or I don't like those cards because of that. It just prevents you from playing them. And then for the last card, Called by the Grave. Typically this card loves me, but I actually did not draw it as much as some may think I did. But yeah, it's definitely worth running. So that is a 40 card main deck. Although I do not like drawing Driver, which I did 4 times yesterday, it's still worth playing at 40 for consistency. For the extra deck, for the Link 1s, we're playing Link Revo, and I'm also playing Secure Guard now. There's some people that don't play Secure Guard now, but unfortunately there are hands where your Archosaur gets negated and you still have Pill or something like that, and you just, put the non-dino in grave by getting this. It happens unfortunately sometimes, and if you're not playing it, your play gets significantly more limited. So it's there for the bad hands, and I wish I didn't have to, but you kind of need to play it. And then for the Link 2s, play the Wyvern for the scrap package. I'm also playing Lambda. And for Link 4s, I'm playing Appaloosa and Access Code. I'm not playing Unicorn, even though I do think it's a really good card, and it's for a couple extra deck slots that I wanted to keep in. Unicorn never came up, but it has in the past, where I wish I did have it. But you're playing a lot of backrow removal and spot removal in the deck, so you don't really need Unicorn. And for the XYZs, we're playing one Dalka and Logia, and then playing Abyss Dweller, and Tornado Dragon, and Dugaris. I think I just added this and took out another extra card, but Dweller is really good against a lot of the meta. Against the Prank Kids player, I made this and they just lost. Against PK, they can't do anything. Anything that plays Dragoon also kind of suffers from this as well. So Dweller is really worth playing. And then Dugaris is like always a card that I want to take out, but he's won me so many games by just doubling attack. It's like if you need to finish them that turn, you can just do this. And I'm playing Omega. It's really easy to make with the Scrap Raptor and the Gamma and Driver, obviously. I make this over Savage and then put Misc back in my grave for follow-up. It's kind of needed. You can put up the extra negate, but if they even break your board a little bit, then you have no follow-up. So my end board always ends on a Mega and Quadless. That way I can add the pill and have Miss back in grave for my turn. And then for the last 3 cards, I'm playing Dagda because I side decked the Scythe. And we're playing Tornado Dragon to pop it. And then I'm still in Curious Griffin. Even though IO was taken out, I still have some floodgates to put in the grave and then set it for their turn. And we'll get in the side deck to show you what those were. So for the Griffin and Curious combo, I'm playing Summon Limit. I think this is what replaced the IO. So even if I do get Dark Rollered or Droplets for my board, I can still flip up Summon Limit, and no deck in the meta, unless they have Pankratops, is gonna out this. And then I'm playing Rodocree for Eldritch and other trap decks for just going second cards, play 3 Dark Ruler. I know a lot of people aren't on it, but I do like playing this for Sword Soul, as well as Prank Kids are pretty decent as it's against. And then just random decks that combo off a lot that I find myself playing all the time. And then for the best go second card, in my opinion, it's Evenly Matched. You just have to play this. Even though it does hurt against, like if you get Lancia'd, it does hurt, but it's still worth playing in my opinion. And playing Red Reboot because even if I do negate their trap and they set 5, I should be able to end the game that turn, and if I can't, I can make Tornado Dragon pop 2, Access Code pop 3. And then I sided these cards in for going first. I play 3 Costo. I would like to main it, but I don't think people are maining cards that stop Dino like Lancia. One card that I would find reason to main deck this is DD Crow. Is this on Miscellaneousaurus or my Scrap Wyvern target could hurt a lot. And then Lancia, obviously. In my last list, I played Droll over this, but everyone took that out of the deck. And the last 15th card is the Scythe. Alright, so going over my matchups for yesterday. Round 1, I played against a Sword Soul guy. Unfortunately, he wasn't too aware of what my deck did, so I kind of just beat him that way. And then also, he was kind of new, so he did make a mistake that cost him the game, unfortunately. But I had a really good matchup against him anyway. My hands were really good. Round 2, I played against a Eldritch Artifact deck. I think both games, he drew like Moraltech and Lancia and Scythe, and just set all 3 of them, and I didn't pop them after I knew that he was on it. So I just played around it that way, and he didn't draw too well either. Game 2, his hand was decent, but I had Red Reboot. But I didn't even have to use it because I just evenly matched and he let it go, and then I didn't even have to use the Red Reboot. Round 3, I played against Aaron. He was playing Dragon Maid. I know you made some kind of mistake round 1 or no, game 1.
Round 1, I opened 3 times.
Oh yeah. Game 1, he bricked really bad. He had 3 Tidying and 2 little girls. And I had 2 I had Gamma, so I just stopped his play. And then game 2, he swept me, and then game 3, I think I drew Gamma again, and he just didn't have too much follow-up, or I kaiju'd the Sheo
Game 3, I had the Hospitality Nurse for Gamma, but I made a pretty big misplay that definitely just had you steamroll the win right there.
And then round 4, oh gosh, I think I played against Prank Player. Both games I drew Cosmic and Gamma, and he was obviously upset, but this is just a really good matchup against Prank Kids anyway. I go miss, and then their Butler does nothing, and he wasn't on the Ray of Armesia and the Brave package, so he had no negate anyway. It was just literally Butler pass both games, and it's just activate Misk. Alright, you're dead. He was upset that I drew Cosmic and Gamma both games, but that literally had nothing to do with it. Misk just won me the game. Round 5, I played against our friend playing Salad, Fui or Patrick. Game 1, I forget what happened game 1, but I know I won that. I think he just didn't draw like the right hand traps. He drew like Ogre, which is just bad against me. And then I think we went into a game 3 after I remember game 2 he drew Called by Roar and he hard drew them and obviously won. And then game 3 I won just doing my full combo uninterrupted. And then we played top 8 and I played our friend Jamal. He's playing DDD. Game 1 I think I bricked. It was the first time I actually bricked. I had like Dogeron, Gamma Driver, and like one other card that just didn't accomplish anything. And he full comboed me with the DDD and I just couldn't do anything. And then game 2 I won. And then game 3, I think his hand was kind of suboptimal. And DDD is obviously a very hard deck to play. So he was thinking out his play and like trying to optimize his end board, but couldn't get there. My hand was really good. I had Dogeron and access to Pankratops through Small World, so my hand was just really good and set anyway. So yeah.
Alrighty, thank you for the deck profile. Congratulations on the top 4. This has been Aaron from Top Tier Gaming. Bye, you two.